Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Coffee with Kiltz, although I'm not having coffee today. Some days I don't drink coffee. It's all good. Adelier, good morning. Good morning. Jennifer, good morning. Dr. Cox, good morning. Fancy Franco, good morning. Holly, Rashid, good morning. LJ, good morning. Bart, good morning. A beautiful day from Buenos Aires. Good morning. Wherever you are in this world, are you happy or sad? Are you the worrier or the warrior? We know it's not spelled exactly that way, but put in the A, replace the O with the A, and move from the worrier side to the warrior side. And I collected some of my Kiltz cups, and I'm going to put them all out on my new website, kiltzcups.com. Tracy, Lisa, Yokas, let's see, Yokasata, good morning. Bill, good morning. It's the work-in time. I got into my work-in studio. I did my weights. I didn't do my biking today. Most importantly, Holly, up early every day. The trick and the key to life is get up early every single day, right? And most of us are so worried about so much going on in life, but ultimately, you have to have some good book and text that's going to take you out of the warrior and make you the warrior. Jasmine, good morning. Saloma, good morning. Why do I keep having chemical pregnancies? Because of inflammation. Inflammation is the reason for all of our problems. Check out Kiltz's Keto. The new guide is coming out, Kiltz's Key to Carnivore, which is ultimately the A class, the top of the level. That's the most important part. Anna, Kay, good morning. Tracy, good morning. How's everyone doing this beautiful morning, right? Linabelle. We work on, I'm a big, I talk a lot about inflammation, and the cause of inflammation is a plant-based, low animal fat diet. It's like crazy, stupidly simple. That's the part that I'm like, is it really so simple that we're lions meant to eat like lions and not like pigs, cows, and sheep? I know it didn't make sense to me either. And so the more and more I practice this, the better. What's your morning routine? How do you get in peak state early in the morning? Well, I get up early every day, and quite often, let's see, and I have my morning mantras. Good morning, God. Thank you for this beautiful, awesome, amazing day. I pop out of bed. Well, sometimes not really. I roll out of bed. I'm like, oh man, I just don't want to get up today. Well, when you don't want to do it and it doesn't feel right, you got to do it. So I get up. I go into my inside work-in studio, and I either get on my bike. I think the bike is good because I just start slow and easy. And quite often I'll listen to some positive YouTube or other inspiring online information. This morning, I'm always listening to Robin.
Spellbinder saved my life. He really did. And the model I'm walking you through this morning helped immensely.
Robin Sharma's 5 a.m. club. That's kind of inspired me to do the 5 a.m. here. I get up at 3 to 3:30. I'm in my studio by 3 to 3:30. I'm up and out by 4 on the road to Syracuse from Skinny Atlas. While I'm doing on my ride, I'm dictating or I'm listening. And sometimes I'm just talking about my day. And I dictate it and I send it to my transcribers. They transcribe it. Carnivore Rosie, how are you doing? Start with the live Kiltz. That's it. I listened to Wayne Dyer, Eckhart Tolle, Deepak Chopra, Tony Robbins. We need inspiration in the day, right? We got to begin to breathe and move. And that's one of the things I do. And then I come to the office and I do a little bit of Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, the Old Testament. I'm reading A Course in Miracles for the umpteenth time. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. Listen, the brain sends out signals to the universe. And for me, work is the best 4-letter word. Work. You got to get up and go to work every day. And if you're just watching me all day and not moving, So it's, I get in the pottery studio, the painting studio, or the fertility studio. I'm a fertility specialist. That's what I spend so much doing. Syracuse Office for Egg Retrieval. Love the place and the staff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're working on it every single day. It is not a perfect process because nothing is, but it's always perfect. That's the crazy. Lisa, Tracy, Kay, Anna, Bev. Good morning. Always starting the day early. This is the office, right? The master class, right? Prednisone fat. I am hungry all the time. I prednisone, I don't love it. But if you go Kiltz's carnivore, Kiltz's key to carnivore, the guide is coming out. I'm really excited. A game changer, I think, in the health and wellness space. Power that inner battery up. Absolutely. Listen, that's why if you read a Bible that is positive, uplifting, start the day, it's the most critical thing of life. If you're listening to why everything fails and what's wrong with the world and all the wars and the pestilence, the diseases and the unfairness, your brain's going to live that. Oh, I'm miserable. I'm falling apart. F that, right? Come on. You want to build the mind? You got to move the body, right? You don't have to get into the studio and pump heavy weights. You just got to get walking and moving in life. And it might be you've got some music on, you're watching a YouTube yoga class, a bike riding class, or a calisthenics and a weight class. There's so many great coaches and cheerleaders out there. Aaron McCullough's Fertile Hope Yoga, really excited about it. Sam, all that. Awesome. Lua Ferrari. We are all the Ferraris of life. We are the temples. We're the most expensive, valuable, irreplaceable entities of the universe. And listen, the end of one is me. I'm the science project. You're the science project. You're the goddess and the gods. We are what we emulate to be. But so often we talk about the negative, I can never do that. Or we have negative judgment against others. That's deadly. I've been there. We all do that. And so we need to pull ourselves out of that and get going. Blue or rare. I do black and blue. Again, I think, and I eat fatty ribeye steak every day. Oh, and Carnivore Revolution. We made ice cream. We're going to be making a Kiltz Emmerich recipe coming up, keto for fertility and beyond. Listen, it's for a fertile life. I am the Fertile Carnivore MD. Kiltz is the Fertile Carnivore MD. For me, like reproduction, nothing better in the universe. All that Flavia, disco. Listen, I used to be crazy on disco, and life is full of dancing and singing and mistaking. From Italy, I love Italy, Rome, Vigo Guens, Naples. That's where my family's originally from, but we're from all over the world. Johannesburg, Nasima, Allison. Good morning. Read any of Al-Ghazali. Many of his works have been translated in English. Prayers to you and our tribe, Carnivore. I'm gonna write that down. I gotta get, all right. Here it is. I keep my journal right nearby. I'm playing around in the Silva method, and on Mind Valley. I always love listening and learning things, but I don't think psilocybin, LSD, marijuana, or drugs are really good for us. And I personally think coffee and tea and low caffeine's okay. But listen, if you want to be purist, none of it, right? Let's see. I got to write it down. Ghazali. I'm always looking for what is your inspirational reading? What are you reading to inspire you in the day? That's the whole part of this 5 a.m. club, tribe, work in space. You can be, a lot of times what I love to do, I get on my bike or I'm listening in the background. What are you guys doing in the day? Listen, I was born and raised in Los Angeles. I couldn't read, dyslexic, ADHD, OCD, nonstop. And my brother and I love to build models and then burn them up or blow them up. We love firecrackers. Thanks. The Carnivore Revolution was awesome, wasn't it? Let's see, Jess and Serena. But listen, these meetups, these are meetups for all of us, whether you're a vegan, vegetarian, or anyone. It's amazing. Return to our ancestral nutrition, right? Carry butter. Yes. I love, ooh, where is it? Well, I got my butter boy in here, and a spoonful of butter is the medicine to go around, right? All right, should you have no sugar in your life? That's up to you. Butter. This is actually Kerrygold, but I put it in my French butter boy. They were out of it at Wegmans. I love Wegmans, but I go right past the vegetables because they cause cancer. I go past the bread section, although I do love their ultra chocolate cake from Bites from time to time. My theory is that vegetables, fruit, fiber, seeds, and nuts, and anything made from those is the cause of all disease: cancer, ALS, MS, dementia, depression, dyslexia, OCD. Lynette, good morning. How are you doing today? Our ancestral roots, right? We're ultimately tribal hunters, right? Carnivore forevermore, and kiltzivores. We roar, right? But you're a bevivore, a billivore, anivore, Montana friend. And we can, where can we buy your books? You go to Amazon, but for the cookbook, whatever reason, Marie Emmerich doesn't like to sell them on Amazon. But I'm an Amazon nutcake. But whatever is easy, but if you go to drkiltz.com or the Fertile Carnivore MD. And listen, life is about fertility. They are always out of butter boy. So Kerrygold, Amish butter, I love salt in butter, by the way. You know, everything runs a little bit different. And oh my God, I can't touch that. And listen, if you want to eat salad from time to time, go at it. But salad destroys and damages the glycobiome, the Teflon shield from your lips down through your esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and large intestine, and out through the rectum, the anus, and it goes round and round. The keratin layer that protects our skin is made of sugar. The mucopolysaccharide layer, the glycosaminoglycans that protect everything, is made of sugar. And eating sugar of any frequency or variety is deadly. Humivore, right? Again, this is radical, crazy shit. And you know what I've noticed with carnivore? There's no smelly shit anymore, and it comes out lickety split, but only once or twice or three times a week. It's crazy. You know, they say that meat doesn't digest well. Oh, I have problems with fatty meat. I don't digest it. Bullshit. What are you doing? What are you thinking? What are you going through in your life? If you got troubles, join the tribe, because this is a troubles tribe where we're listening and learning. No toilet paper. I know it's like goes out. Like, what did we do for the last 3.5 million years? Can you pass the ivy or the leaf or the what was it? Poison ivy? Oh fuck, that would be miserable, right? Don't do it. Dr. Morris say no red meat. Listen, fatty red meat is the rocking thing to do. To me, we're trying to keep the masses meek by not eating red fatty meat, and you got to eat the bloody red fatty meat. Because listen, we ate the organ meats. We ate we gutted the animal first, That was the lion, and then the lioness got the leftover. They got the muscle and the bones. They had to chop it hard. But yeah, IVFU. Garrett, how are you doing? Carnival Rosie again, and 56ers. And listen, if it's an O, move to the A class, right? We all want to rock it up. And listen, Course in Miracles. If you haven't read Course in Miracles, you must. It's a great, great, amazing read or listen to. So many of these ideas are funky. They don't make sense to us standard scientists and statistician. Lies, damn lies, and science. That's my new book with Ken Berry. Check out his book, Lies, Damn Lies. Let me find the exact. I know I've got. Oh, here. You should see my crazy office. I'm here and there. I was in the studio this week making more cups. I'm going to put them on kiltzcups.com. Where else do you find it? And links everywhere, right? But you are the artist. You are the amazing. Let's see. Lies my doctor told me. It should be lies my doctor tells me. But if you go to Dr. Ken Berry, he's the biggest liar in the universe. He's got the most amazing energy and really rock solid information. I've learned from Ken Berry over the years, and I'm really, really, really inspired by Bella Steak and Butter, Baker, Rivero Health. Check out Peter Attia, Verta Health. But I've learned, we're looking for the scientific answer. It's not working, right? Jason, good morning, Oklahoma. The land savior. If you think about human nature, when we began agriculture, we destroyed the glycobiome of the land, which ultimately created an environment which wasn't good for much of any macro or microorganisms. And we're all suffering in the universe today. And that suffering is because we're destroying the earth, because we're eating a ton of plants, which ultimately require constantly renewing the soil, but you can't. So we have to make fertilizer out of like ammonium nitrate and all sorts of shits that ultimately we used all the bird shit, guano, and now we're basically, it's fertilizer. We have to modify the plants via genetic modifications, which ultimately, nature's modifying things anyway. But if you look at the damage we've done to the land, which ultimately damages everything else in the world, and we're still doing it, a plant-based diet for humanity is deadly. It's the cause of all our diseases, unfortunately. We are ancient hunters. We came out of the trees to eat the grass eaters, not the grass. I know these concepts didn't make sense because they didn't make sense to me until I did them. And I'm like, shit, now that I don't eat grass and grains, I've never felt better. My energy's never been better. And listen, this is not about making money. It's making masters and mommies and men. So we're making you the master of your life by learning new concepts and ideas. The mind, the headset, is the master of your set, right? The set. Is it got colors and shapes and ideas, or is it black and dark and warrior, right? Mia, good morning. Good morning. Mustafa, Gardenier, good morning. Gardenier, how are you doing? Jenny, Marie, the Jeremy Walden, how are you doing, Jeremy? And I spent some time with my friend Ryan yesterday talking about ideas, how we can better emulate the story that ultimately we're all being duped. Basically, the masters fed the masses all of the mush, right? The planet Earth is doing just fine. She joyful and blissfully can't. You can listen to me. The universe knows what it's doing. We are the one that's effing it up for us because we're feeding us the wrong food. The earth and the plants are actually the predators. They got this, right? And all of it is God, by the way. Listen, we're not blaming anyone or anything. We're just talking about ideas and ways for you to live your most awesome and amazing life, which you're living already. Even in the pain, the sorrow, the regret, the fear, the worry. That's it. Cherishing your health. God bless you. Good morning. How are you doing, Cherish? Love Bella, the coaching, and cherishing your health is now doing YouTubes. We're really great. We're all individually coaches and cheerleaders. And the simplest, craziest shit is that we are carnivores, right? We're a lions, lionesses and lions. It's in human society, that's the poison. Well, let's give love and kindness to all of life and humanity. But what we're doing is we're not pushing against, we're opening up and sharing new and different ideas, because you want to open the doors to allow everyone in to the studio, right? Whether you're a vegan, vegetarian, Mediterranean, carnivorian, it doesn't matter. One meal a day, high fat, and the mindset is the master. And I love Mind Valley. I love, my favorite. Let me see if I've got him. I got two of my favorites, Marcus Aurelius and Don Curtis. Ultimately, they're emulating the words of the man, Jesus Christ, but for thousands and thousands of years. We are all part of the tribe. I'm doing great. Thank you very much, Cherish. I am inspired by what we're unfolding in YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, whatever it is, LinkedIn. We're linking up together to form an amazing concepts. Animals, plants, and insects. All of it, right? All of it is the world, but the world is created in the mind. That's the amazing master of the universe. Again, we're not chastising anything that is. We're imagining the beauty of how we can all do it better. The Dust Bowl in Oklahoma is the 20th, 30s when so many people were displaced, as like what we do to our glycobiome. It's all the glycobiome. Garbage and take antibiotics. To me, antibiotics are one of the best things created by modern medicine. But it was made by what? Plants and bacteria and yeast. That's the craziness, right? The Dust Bowl just showed us the more you want to manipulate the earth in man's changing the waterways and planting and changing the deserts aren't the most plant a bunch of plants, right? Daily inspirations in the mail. Awesome. Let's see. Oh, I've got a couple. My first, The Fertile Secret, which is basically, it's a takeoff from Rhonda Byrne's book. And if you go to Kiltz's keto guide, which is now going to be the Kiltz's Key to Carnivore Guide, you can go to the back and find a number of the books that I'm inspired by. That's where I always like to know, what are you reading from Malaysia? Where are you at? Don't need better. Just being is just fine. Absolutely. Listen, the better is built in the mind, not in what's out there. So if you're suffering, you can simply look at that as the strengthening things in life. So ultimately, if you're suffering, it's all part of the strengthening journey of life. We're not chastising against anything or anyone. We're imagining the beauty of it all. And yet there are some ideas that you might look at and say, Drew, sweet life, love life. But what can you do? Up early, one meal a day, water, a little bit of coffee, tea, not whiskey, wine, or beer, and ayahuasca and LSD, NFW. Don't touch it, right? Listen, the mind game is your game. You're in charge of what you put in the mind and the vibration of this miracle magical machine. You are. I'm a reproductive endocrinologist, a fertility physician, a surgeon. I've learned so much of how simply we can change up the universe, right? That's it. The ego is the ego, but ultimately we are all embracing all gods and goddesses. That's what this journey is about. And that's why I love the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, the New, the Old Testament. Seeing God in all of it. That's really the key here. We're not chastising against what's been done as we think might be wrong. Because remember, God creates it all and God knows what God's doing. So we're just on the journey to improve life, right? That's the journey we're mastering, but you have to suffer a little bit to go through that, right? Fertility, because she's juicing green all the time, thought that a good thing. And I had chronic gout issue because of that. Listen, vegetables make us vegetables. Seeds, nuts, fruit, fiber, vegetables is deadly. Eat Kiltz's keto carnivore way. Kiltz's keto is carnivore. My first, which was Kiltz's keto cure, but now it's the Kiltz's keto carnivore guide. And the key too, right? We're all moving into something new and different. Martha Warren, Dominique, how are you doing? Marie, Jenny Miller. And listen, troubles are part of the treasures of the journey, right? Life is Lucius, play us a song. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see. I'm not, since I haven't tuned it at all. And, life is hard, ever it be, but life is good as you think it be. God is good, great I say. Life is always good play. All of the challenges, troubles I say. God is good every day, and love. All right, I'll practice that and play some more. But Brother Ray said, nix the guitar, and but the hat's a good idea. Veggies mixes veggies. That is it. Listen, you know what a vegetative state is, right? Are we like, if you want to live in a vegetative state, eat vegetables. That's why I love Wegmans. But look it has the largest pharmacy, and it's feeding us the things they say are really good and healthy. And they're telling us to eat what? Right? I do have some drums here, by the way. Missing my period. Listen, ultrasound and bloods will help that. We can figure out where you're at, but most of all, eat fatty meat. This is why I've got my refrigerator down here. It's got my it's vibrating. These are the two things I love: butter and full cream. This is the key. Pittsford Farms, I love, but Trinity. I had Trinity Farms cream. I made ice cream. Life is full of, listen, I do ice cream. I rarely do any fruits, and I don't do vegetables. I do French fries rarely. I might drink a martini from time to time, but 99% of the time, NFW, right? Good morning, New Zealand. Nicholas Yakashita. If you go Kiltz's carnivore way, and listen, I'm the Fertile Carnivore MD. And I know this, I've been doing carnivore for 11 years. And before that, meat was my favorite, but I ate vegetables, seeds, and nuts. It caused damage to my glycobiome, right? Which F's up your bowels. When you F up your bowels, you now allow the microbes to get into you. Now you need the antibiotics. Listen, you don't want to be the one that gets the bacterial, viral, or mold infections, right? High pregnenolone, normal 17. Any thoughts? Listen, go carnivore, one meal a day. It'll heal the way. You're basically fueling the fire. I don't know if you're full on Kiltz's carnivore, but if you're not ovulating, we can help you ovulate. If you're, making bad eggs, we can help make you better eggs. All of these numbers fluctuate so much. And my bet is there's a lot of cortisol and epinephrine because you're stressed. Meditation, prayer, music, get your drums out, listen to some stuff, and then play it while you're listening, right? Get on your bike and go for a ride, but listen to something positive on the ride. So that's what I think is real important. a WTF call soon. Kayla, send a message to the portal, get on my schedule. I'll be glad to do that. I'm the WTF guy. Or you can text me. Does anyone know my cell phone? 315-416-9872. Right. NY Cali, why is our cortisol high? Because we're stressed. We're worried. We're fearful of what if it never happens? Well, guess what? It may. Text me again, Kayla. I didn't get all my text messages yesterday. I was in the operating room. I was doing lots of things. I didn't get everything. I'm doing my best to get it all. And up early, meditation and prayer. There's so many great fertility coaches out there. Our Fertile Spirit, Tia is doing also a support group. We all need to plug in every single day. That's why when you get up, if you're listening to the news and then you're listening to the news in a way that, oh, this is so terrible, it should never happen. You're going to feel the cortisol and epinephrine. It's going to hurt your joints, your head, your back, your everything. And listen, some days don't eat food, drink water, coffee with butter, tea and cream, or don't eat or drink anything. Go on a dry fast. Check out Raymond. He's a great coach on Bellis, Steak and Butter Gang. And we're all learning together. That's what the Kiltz's Mighty Tribe, we're going to be, it's work in progress. This 5 a.m. to me, the most important time of the day is the AM. It's the time that you put in for you. The oxygen comes down, you put it on you first in order to take care of your seatmate, right? That's so important in life. So this is really about Kiltz's, my mind, body, smile, which I've been practicing for 20 years. I do daily meditation and journaling and prayer. I'm listening to someone really positive, uplifting. I'm transcribing or dictating or typing something every single day in every way. We are the warriors, but we've been living in the warrior side, which is the vegetative side, right? Threw up blood yesterday, not happy, insides lately. Listen, you start here. I'm happy, healthy, wise. I'm wealthy. And everything flows by what you think in the mind and what you do in your life. And again, a walk, a run, a bike, exercise is to get you vibrating for the day. Don't spend all day doing it. You get half an hour, 20 minutes, 5 minutes. But if your exercise is your artwork or your videography or photography or music in the day, guess what? You're the leader. You're the creator of life, right? Start the day up early every day. Faith fuels the way. Thank you, God, Lord, creator, for the day. Whether you're theist, atheist, or agnostic, it doesn't matter. You're in charge. We're here listening and learning. You have your drive. I've got my drive, but ultimately it's a collective drive of the universe. It's all part of the mighty tribe, right? Kiltz's Mighty Tribe is fueling the way. Check out Robin Sharma's book, The 5 a.m. Club. I've been inspired by Robin Sharma to create my 5 a.m. lives. I've been doing it forever by myself. I used to actually 20 years ago, Mind, Body, Smile, I would share it. How to get out of this sad mode after miscarriage. Thank you, God, Lord, creator, for everything in my life. You have to read The Shack, The Secret, Man's Search for Meaning. You have to read and listen and watch the struggles of humanity that ultimately strengthen all of us, right? That's why all the stories are so critical. The Bible and the biblical stories are parables to give you strength, right? Go for a walk, a run, a ride, right? I joined the Sarasota Yacht Club because it's right around the corner. They have a great work-in studio. I meet people at 6 a.m. because At 5 a.m., I'm doing this. At 6, I'm doing this. But in Skinny Atlas, actually at 4 a.m., I'm beginning now to do this part of it. At 5 a.m., I'm doing this. What are you doing? Be part of this. We're going to be going to Zoom meetings coming up in the next week or two. My team is working on Show Me the Zoom Way. We're going to be all in the Zoom for the 5 a.m. Tribe. And whether you're in Kiltz'sCups.com or Fertile Carnivore MD or in drkiltz.com or CMI Healing Arts or CMI Fertility, whatever it is, wherever you are in this world, if you're struggling, you're in good company. We all are, right? There's no one out there that has no problems, right? Problems are the presence of the prophets, right? And they're all given to us by God's, right? Book called again, K. Again, I'll put you on. I'll get you in there. We're Zooming it. We're all Zooming it, Skyping it, loving it, living it. And if you're feeling left out, you're feeling normal. Sometimes no one likes me. No one wants me. I'm just all alone in life. Of course, I think that. I feel that. Gwen, good morning. That's why I love 315-416-9872. Now, if I've got 30 texts in a day, I can only do so much. So if it's an emergency, go to the emergency room. I'm here just to talk about, listen, if it's not working, call 911, right? And these are not, I'm just giving ideas that I've learned in my life that have strengthened me. Wait a minute. I keep, listen, my heaviest weight that I have trouble with is in here, but I do find some that I just kind of do this from time to time. I do this from time to time. And listen, you got to move in life. That's the nature of life. If you're not moving, you're not mastering life. Thank you so much, Carnival Bright. We are all the masters of the universe. I don't care where you're at in life. You could be in prison. Remember, the biggest prison we have is this MF, right? Rusia, good morning. Awesome day. I've been looking at some tattoo ideas to wrap around this beautiful body, and your body is beautiful. But I love the idea of we are the warriors, right? Not the warriors. Of eating raw meat. Carpaccio. I love raw meat, but for me, I love a little bit of black and blue, but it's blue. But raw meat, I slice up my Snake River Farms ribeye and I have bites of it, a little bit of salt. I sometimes will slice it raw, and then I'll heat up the tallow from the meal before, and then I'll just kind of soak it in that and eat it that way. Listen, this is a raw life we're living, right? If you're not living on the edge, you're just pedestrian, right? Now, pedestrians are good. I'm not saying anything negative, but we're all looking to share a rockin' amazing life, right? And it's not in money or being, like, oh, I'm famous. It is basically a smile on your face that starts the day. That I am the master. And when you read Jesus Christ or Muhammad or Moses or Lao Tse or Buddha or Rob Kiltz or Kayla or Bev or any of us, right? It doesn't matter. Begin to write your story. I love life and God, and thank you. These things are challenging and hard, but I know through them I strengthen. That's where meditation, prayer, visualization come through life. And, the most amazing thing is that you and I are even alive. Disease and miscarriages and failures and losses are part of the gift of life. If you haven't read The Shack by William P. Young, I think that's it. Amazing. I love Audible books. I'm an Audible voracious. Brian Johnson, The Philosopher's Notes. I was reading Brian 15, 20 years ago. And he's doing some new things. We're going to get Brian Johnson on and talk to him. Synovia, good morning. Gwen, good morning. New book called again. Well, Kiltz's Keto The Kiltz's Keto Carnivore Guide is coming out. And we're working on the sugar-coated meat, right? Why is sugar coating the most amazing thing? Let's see. I'm a voracious reader. The Alchemist. If you go to, and we're gonna be redoing and inspiring with new books. I'm always reading, listening. Like Ken Follett. Oh my God, love his series. Inspirational books, biographies, autobiographies, whatever it is. I also loved No God But God. I always got to go to my library and see where these are. As a Man Thinketh, James Allen. You got to read that. The Greatest Secret, Rhonda Byrne. The Simple Truths, Ken Blanchard. I love Ken Blanchard. Amazing. The Power of Attraction, Diane Heller. Life is Messy by Matthew Kelly. The Hero's Journey, Joseph Murphy. And these are all my audibles. I love reading, but Audible is the best. Listen, oh no, I can't listen to books. Fine. But when you listen to books and you're doing your painting, your pottery, your poetry, even if you're just playing the guitar, the piano, listening to something inspiring, that's where I lead. So if you go to drkiltz.com, Crazy Kiltz, Carnivore Kiltz, doesn't matter. Hey You works really well. Brittany, how you doing? Hi, it's Gina. Let's see. Everyone is doing awesome. This beautiful, amazing, hard day. If you have hard, you're in good company. If you're at the bottom of the barrel, you're in the right place, because the bottom is the starting line for all of us, right? And listen, they put Jesus Christ on the cross, and then look at him, right? You need Audible all the time. It is really, really great. Joseph Murphy, amazing. The Me Experience. I'm the Me Experiment, right? I am the Me Experiment. That's really it. N1, Me. If you're looking for the prospective randomized double-blind placebo-controlled studies, they're bullshit. No disrespect to the scientists that really believe in them, but it's crazy. 365 days on Hollow app. Pretty cool. I'll check it out, Drew. Listen, whether you believe in God or not, whether you're a theist or an atheist, reading the human biblical texts, I think, is critical to understanding where we're at in this modern world. It really is a Judeo-Christian, Islamic, Buddhist, Hindist, and more world, right? It's all of it together. But our ancient ancestrals believing in the sun gods, the water gods, the fire gods, that's who we are, right? And they've all been emulated into these new figures, but it's the same effing gods, right? And why do I do my 5 a.m.? Because I'm inspired by all of you, right? We're not, we are working on in the Mighty Tribe to bring in some investment levels. Remember, you're investing in your life, right? It costs too much. Well, if you think so, well, then it is. Everything's just an investment. And money is actually made on trees in the brain, right? Remember, carbon dioxide is always emulating and making energy for us herbivore eaters, right? We're the herbivore eaters. That's what we are. We eat herbivores. That's the healthiest. And you want to eat the organ meat, and you want to eat the bone marrow, bone broth, and you want to eat the fat. It's really simple. Like I eat fatty ribeye, and I eat duck livers. I love calf livers, beef livers, bone broth, bone marrow. I chew the bones. Listen, we're chewing the bones of life, right? We are the ancient hunters, patient, nonstop, carnivore tribe. That's it. God bless, cherish to everyone. We'll see you on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, on the tribe, the Mighty Tribe, right? I don't like about Audible is something, the books are really good, but reading the books has a boring, monotone voice, then switch it up. That's what I do. If it's a good book, but a bad reader, I switch it up and find something else. They're infinite books to listen to. You cannot in your entire lifetime listen to all the amazing books. But the start is get moving, right? It's so effing simple. It's so effing simple. Life is simple. And I know you're thinking, oh my God, it's too hard. Really? What's hard about life? You just have to breathe, drink some water, roll out of bed. Even if you're under a tree or on a hammock or on the ground, that's like wow. And we need to take at least 1 to 3 naps a day, because when you nap, and Juan Silva, the Silva method, which I learned from Mind Valley, is actually the most important thing. That's it, right? Words help me refocus. We meet me at 10. We driving across country, so butter was easy. But listen, 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 I'm learning from people like you, all of you, because we're all the masters. We're the writers, the music makers, the dancers, the artists of life are built into all of us, right? I have read a lot of my books. That's okay. Listen, if you get one sentence or a word out of any book, you're ahead of 99.9999% of humanity. Isn't that effing amazing, right? DNC before I can transfer again. Usually about 6 to 8 weeks. From India's 1990s Fit Skinny Farmers, then USA, I eat large bad food, got T2, eat only meat, water, coffee, no more more T2. Thanks USA. I no want back India. Have no beef meat. Thanks. God bless you, Parmaneer Singh. Listen, the masters held the meat for themselves and told the masses to eat the mush to stay meek. But being meek is a choice, right? Italia, great food taste. I love Italian, French. I love Mediterranean. I love Iranian food. I love African food. I love Asian food. I love food, but I love me more than living in the amusement park. I want to make sure that we're eating and living right. Need more people reading books on Audible that sound like, you know what? I'm going to be reading my own books and doing my own Audible. I'm excited about it. I'll be doing some recording. How long? Let's see. Brainwashing on everyone are very true, but humans will not eat raw meat anymore nowadays unless they knew it. Listen, raw meat is good. Eggs are good. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, ice cream, Kiltz's, and salt. The baby's way. That's the way again, listen, cook it or not, but rare, raw, overcooked is not good for us. And you want to eat the fat. That is the most important part of life. Eat the fat, my friends, and you will be strong and lean. And listen, motion is motivating. Exercise is deadly. So when we say don't exercise, I didn't say lay on a couch and do nothing. Get moving. Go for a walk in nature. Go for a ride. Get in your art studio. I have a stand-up desk, and I do have a stool, no back, because then there's a tendency to lean back. And listen, if you're leaning back in life, you're on the recliner. You got to get out of the recliner. And for me, doing meditation, I'm listening and I'm taking a walk in nature, riding my bike. Or what I do is I get on my couch at like 10 or 2 or 6, either here at home. I put my timer on for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But I'm going through my gratitude list. Thank you, God, Lord, Creator, for the day. Thank you for all the amazing challenges and problems in my life. They changed my life. The baby's for 3 days now, and I'm so listen. If I can't sleep, you know what I do? I get up, I rock it, I roll it, and I'm energized by you. And do I get tired and I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this? It's too much. I do. And then I turn on you and I start conversing, and I'm in the studio of life, right? This is the studio. Create your studio spaces. I threw out a bunch of shit. Even stuff like, I can't throw that away. Throw it fucking away. Get rid of it. Gone. Gone, girl, right? Ridiculous that butter meat helps in, you know what? Abby Sunshine. The reason is because vegetables are deadly for humanity. Vegetables, fruit, fiber, seeds, and nuts cause cancer. Insulin resistance doesn't exist. Glucose is never the energy for the cells, never, unless you're cancer cells. Cancer cells basically are fueled on glucose, but no other cells, right? And when you eat plants, they damage the glycobiome. The glycobiome is your protective layer. It's the keratin. It's the glycosaminoglycans. It's the mucin. You know, when you get sick, you got all this mucousy stuff. Your body's trying to protect you, but you keep on putting shit in your body. For some people, even coffee and tea. Today's my no coffee day. And my one meal a day is every day at night. And last night it was steak with some butter, salt, and then I made ice cream with Carnival Revolution. All right, listen, I've got a 6 a.m. meeting, a meet up with my marketing team, but it's not about marketing. Better word, inspiring meeting. We're inspiring. And breath and smile every day. Carbs help you sleep even though they are so bad for you. Carnival Bright, don't do it. Take naps during the day. Carbs will kill you. And if you're taking a drug to help you think better or sleep better, don't do it. LSD, marijuana, heroin, cocaine, psilocybin is deadly. Don't touch it. Remember, the masters of marketing are trying to get you to eat the mush. Remember, all of the shit that kills us comes from what? Plants. The bull's not going to let you kill it easily. That's why it's the best for you. All right. Salt. I think salts are dangerous. My hair is falling, getting the land savior. Let's see. Once I heard my mom said eating a lot of salt can listen. I don't eat a lot of salt. This is not eating a lot of salt. Listen, bacon, eggs, butter, beef, ice cream, a pinch of salt. That is it. A pinch, right? And so what's the best thing to fuel the body with? Positivity, right? Look at Kiltz's Mighty Tribe. We're going to be fueling it and bringing more of our coaches, you, to inspire all of us. So get moving. Start with a walk. If you want to lead it up to a jog and a run, go at it. But if you're doing it and inspiring others, if you're doing it to get inspiration for being the potter, the painter, the poet, the writer, the master class. All right. God bless everyone. I got to do a few little things for my team walking in. I love you. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Let's see. Do I have anything tonight? I'm going to get in my pottery studio, but what are you mastering and making art? Get your guitar, play a little music, as bad as it may be, sing it loud and enjoy the day. God bless everyone. I love you.